Shalom. I'm going to get Philio's of creation, Philio's doctrine of creation. This is a reference to I made a video called Philo Alexandria Create the New Testament. Talk about his doctrine of creation. I'm gonna get this right here. He created the New Testament, but it's on creationism. He taught that as well. And it says Philo attempts to bridge the Greek scientific or rational philosophy with the strictly mythological ideology of the Hebrew scriptures. As his basis for the scientific approach, he uses the worldwide view presented by Plato and Timaeus, in which remained influential in the Hellenistic times. The characteristics feature of the Greek scientific approach is the bibliological interpretation of the physical world and the anthropocentric terms and the terms of purpose and function that may be applied to biological and psychological realities, but may not be applied to the physical world. Moreover, Philo operates often on two levels: the level of the mythological Hebraic religious traditions and the level of philosophical speculation in the Greek tradition. Nevertheless, Philo attempts to harmonize the Mosaic and the Platonic accounts of the generation of the world by interpreting the Bible story using the Greek scientific categories and concepts. He elaborates the religious philosophical worldwide view that became the foundation for the world for the future Christian doctrine. Philo's doctrine of creation intertwined with his doctrine of God, and it answers the two crucial questions. Was the world creation ex nihilo or form primordial matter? Was the creation temporal act or is it an external purpose? And that's what he believed in, creationism, and the Philo's model of creation. And I'm just going to skim through it. Talk about according to Moses, his doctrines, trying to mix with the so-called Old Testament, the Book of Remembrance, Genesis to Malachi. He created the New Testament. I saw some videos on Elder Young when he said the New Testament has some more lies. He did some more research. The man that he's talking about, Flavius, they created the New Testament. Descendants of Esau altered the scriptures. And what they did, they took things out of the Bible. They put the Lord and God. Anytime you see Lord, Lord, lowercase or all capital letters, like in all big letters, it's supposed to say YHWH. That's the Most High's name in the big capital letters. Or say Yahoo creates or Yahuwah in the small lowercase. That's what you should see. Because let me tell you something, but a lot of people are in this Christian idolatry of Jesus Christ. A lot of people believe in the Christ doctrine, believe the Messiah exists. I'm going to tell you something, that Messiah thing is very debatable right now, and it's really debatable. And I had a conversation with my father. He said about how did Adam get created from that? There was before Adam, about Darwin. Well, that's very explainable to this day. You got a lot of people questioning how the world was created, and it wasn't created 7 days, and it was time periods. How they know the time? And that's something to ponder on. But really, Yah has to illuminate people like that, and the wisdom has to grow. We don't know how it was created physically, but there is proof out there. There's Noah's Ark. He asked me if I believe Noah's Ark. Yeah, Noah's Ark is true. All that stuff is true. What does that mean? That means the scriptures exist. It's just the New Testament could have been made up, and we don't know if this person actually exists. Now, a lot of people don't know he actually exists. I mean, at one time, I believe that person actually exists. But, it's debatable. If I see the information, it's debatable. It's up in the air for me. It's not about being non or maybe it's not about that. It's about the truth end of the day. If you're that doesn't make it true, because a lot of people don't believe in a Messiah. That doesn't make it true what it fits. If you read Deuteronomy 32:17, it says newly God's raised up. That was prophesied. That was talking about Jesus, the Baal worship, that we was worshiping Baal back then. And that goes back to the Egyptian religion, and it all goes back to the New Testament known as Jesus Christ. But there's a thing they saw from the Moors. People get confused who created Jesus Christ doctrine. It was really the Moors. The Moors created that doctrine. When they took down the Romans, they was in all time the Baal Greek worship, and all of a sudden the Moors took that and confirmed this Christ, like the black Christ they want to say, and now this white Christ they painted, known as Jesus today, silver and gold, according to Daniel 11:38. But it was going to rule over many. Descendants of Esau ruled over with dominion by the sword, and it spread like divide and conquer. And that's what descendants of Esau did to dominate this dominion today. Just like you got a lot of Christians in the Western Hemisphere, basically. But my father said there's more Muslims today. Reason why there's more Muslims, it's a powerful religion. It's a most stronghold religion. It's a stone god, by the way. A lot of brothers are saying you're worshiping a Kaaba stone. I don't care about the 5-time prayers a day, but I know what they worship. They worship the Kaaba stone. Do some research on that. I've worshipped the. I'm going to do some more about the Kaaba stone, exposing Islam. It's nothing but a Kaaba stone, and all the stuff is in there. I talk about eternal creation, and he was into stuff like that. And this is Philo of Alexandria. This is the Jewish guy, they would say, but really he was a Hellenistic guy. A lot of people say he's a Edomite. Well, he was. He was a Edomite, or mixed in with Edom, and I don't know. I say he's a mulatto guy, but he was really a Edomite. And it's sad, call themselves Jews, the Hellenistic. Closely connected to Philo's doctrine of creation, doctrine of miracles and naturalism and comprehension. This is, however, does not mean that God can act outside the natural order of things of his own nature. Thus, Philo emphasized that God's miraculous works are within the realm of the nature of order. And then, he believed in that Augustine and things like that, Balaam's way, judgment, he made stuff like that. Yeah, he made up the New Testament. Yeah, Philo created Judaism, known as Judaism today. And this man Ezekiel exposed that, and then he tried to convert the Old Testament, try to tamper with that. You got to think for your Masoretes, the Hellenistic Jews, and all of them to think, try to tamper with scriptures in the Bible, because they want to edit scriptures. They're the most racist group that I've seen that done it. They still exist today. Yeah, that's my information on the creation of Philo's doctrine. Where's that at? See what we got here. Philo's doctrine of creation. That's what I'm going to put. So with that, may Yahuwah bless you many times. I want to say shalom.